Y'all, guess what? We have officially hit 1,000 subscribers. Oh my gosh, I am so excited and so grateful to all of you for subscribing to my channel and joining me on this journey of navigating love, life, and all the craziness in between with style and grace. I'm so excited to have hit this milestone. And so I asked y'all, what should I do what should I do to celebrate? And you all said to do a celebration style video. So we are going to celebrate 1,000 subscribers, Lady V style, and we're going to do that now. Let's get into it.
Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lady V. If you're new here, sis, hey girl, hey. I pray that I say something in today's video that blesses and encourages you on your singleness journey as you navigate it with style and grace.
Just gonna jump straight into the Q&A part of this video. I got my little non-alcoholic wine ready over here. Got me a little snack over here. We are just going to, well, actually, first, cheers. Cheers to 1,000 subscribers. Clink, 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 clink. I really ain't got no sense. Ain't nobody in my house, y'all, and I'm out here having a good time by myself, okay? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get into the Q&A. I actually did not practice and answer for these questions. I felt like, I want to give y'all genuine, authentic answers. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first one. What inspired you to start your YouTube channel? A man. Actually, several men. Y'all, my love life has been a journey, okay? I have gone over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go, okay? With my heart. And so a little backstory about kind of my love life and my relationship history. I was engaged at a very, very early age. And I ended up calling off of that engagement because, listen, that man was not God's best for me. And I keep saying I need to share with y'all my engagement story and what I learned. So if y'all want to see that video, let me know in the comment section. But yeah, so I got engaged. I called it off. And the way that engagement and the ending of it unfolded was devastating to me. And so I didn't know then, I know now that I lost a bit of confidence in myself. I started to become very insecure in who I am. I started to become very insecure in my femininity and my confidence as a woman. So fast forward, after that relationship, I'm already broken, unhealed, hurt, torn up, and I continue to try to date without healing, without doing the work, without investing in a therapist, and I chose wrong men. I kept choosing the wrong men. I kept choosing men who were not good for me. And I ended up choosing a man who was emotionally and verbally abusive to me. And once I got out of that relationship, I was talking to my friends and they were like, I think you need to share your story with people. And I was like, I don't want to tell people that I was in an emotionally and verbally abusive relationship. Who? Me? Not this girl. I was class valedictorian. I was a college graduate. Like, there was no way that I could have ended up in that situation. That's how I felt. But it just kept stirring in my heart. And so I wrote a blog post, my very first blog post, and it was called, These Are Not My Thin Mints. I will link that blog post below if you want to read it, but in that blog post, I shared my story of overcoming emotional and verbal abuse, and y'all, so many people resonated with that blog post. I was really overwhelmed that so many people felt encouraged and inspired by the words that I had written, and I was like, oh, okay, Lord, I see you using my pain for purpose, but I don't know what this purpose is. So I just continue to start to write blog posts. I continue to encourage people. People continue to reach out to me for encouragement. And then fast forward a few years, here we are. Like, that is literally how it started. So I am definitely a living testament of how God can use your pain and turn it into purpose. All right, so the next question. How do you come up with ideas for your videos? Y'all, I have a ton of ideas. It could be based off of something I'm reading. It could be something I see off social media. Most of the time, it's just me having conversation with someone, having conversation with my friends, having conversation with someone that I met out, and we'll just get to talking. And then we'll talk about something. I'm like, oh man, this is a good topic that I should cover on my channel. Sometimes God be giving me ideas in the wee hours of the morning. I'll be tossing and turning, and then my mind just be going. I'm like, Lord, I just want to sleep. And a lot of it also are just things that I'm dealing with at this stage of my life. I'm a 36-year-old single woman who doesn't have kids, who's trying to navigate dating and love in a godly way. And so y'all know that comes with its own challenges, and I just share the struggles, the same struggles that I have. I share because I know other women have those struggles. All right, so let's get into another question. What has been your favorite video to make so far and why? Ooh, okay. Okay, let me see. So, two, kind of. I completely did not foresee how impactful my Pray for Your Future Husband video would be. I literally had just come off of the precipice, for lack of a better word, of restoring my own hope in my love life. I think prior to entering into this year, I felt a bit hopeless. I felt like, you know, I was just going to be single forever. And I read this book by Marshawn Evans Daniels called Believe Bigger. And that book helped to restore my hope to believe and to know without a shadow of a doubt that God's got me, and he's even got me with respect to my love story. And so I created that Pray for Your Future Husband video for me, not knowing that it would resonate with so many of you, and it's still resonating with so many people. I'm still getting so many messages and comments on that video. But the video that I enjoyed recording the most was the oh my gosh, what was it? I asked married women what I could do to prepare myself for marriage or something like that. And it was the video where I went to the Aladdin Cafe. Y'all, you will hear my excitement in that video. I was so excited. And what was interesting about that video is I did not have a topic for that week. And that video was very impromptu, and I just felt like it gave everything that it needed to give. And so I remember after posting that video, one of my girlfriends, shout out to you, Yasmin, she told me, she said, now you made this video, so whenever you get discouraged, you go back to this video. And honestly, y'all, I have gone back and watched my own video to encourage and motivate me on this journey. So yeah, those would be the two videos that I say have been the most fun for me to record, but definitely going to that Aladdin, a whole new world. Y'all, I'm trying to ride on a magic carpet with my Aladdin one day, Lord, whenever he comes. All right, so the next question, we are getting into a little bit of my love life here. All right, so the question is, how does your faith influence your approach to relationships and dating? That is a very good question. Y'all, my faith is top priority. I ain't gonna say I've been perfect, okay? I am not a perfect Christian. However, my faith walk, my relationship with God is paramount to what I want to experience in a kingdom marriage. And because of that, I look for godly characteristics in a man. Now, what has been a little exhausting on the dating scene is that I feel, this is from a woman's vantage point, fellas, I feel like it is challenging to find men who possess those godly characteristics. And so that has been a struggle, because sometimes, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, like I said, I'm gonna be transparent over here. There have been times where I'm like, I don't want to do this no more, Jesus. Like, your way is clearly not working, though we know that God is working everything out in the background for our good and for his glory. So I don't even know why I be saying that. But anyways, I just be like, God, this is not working out. Like, I'm still single. I see people in the world thriving. They got relationships. And here I am at the house. Like, I got needs to Jesus. So what's up, you know? And so in those moments, I have to like really lean into God and really get into my word. I'm just learning that the more that I stay in relationship with God, the more everything else will line up. I think I did a video about getting off of the dating apps, and one of the reasons why I got off of the dating apps was because I didn't want to be in control of my love life. I really wanted to release and surrender and give that control back to God. And so now I'm really, really, really out here trusting God as I'm trying to date. So yeah, my faith is very important, and it definitely influences my approach to relationships and dating, because if a man does not possess godly characteristics, that man is not for me. All right, let's get into the next question. Okay, here's one. What are some of the biggest lessons you've learned about yourself while navigating love and singleness? How much time do y'all got? Because, like, your girl has learned a lot. Like, I have learned so much about myself, and that's where all these topics be coming from. One thing that I have learned is you can't save everybody, and it's not your responsibility to do so. Y'all, I struggled with a superwoman mentality, thinking that I could always fix a man or change a man or love a man enough that he will get his life together and then treat me right. And that is not how it works, okay? I had to learn to not take on that role. It is not my role. It is not my responsibility to fix a man. Another thing that I've learned, which is something that I say, ooh, y'all, this 36-year-old body kicking in right now. I worked out this morning, and yeah, that didn't feel so good. Another thing that I have learned is to not tie my identity into being a wife. Though I have a heart's desire to be married one day, and though I really want to be someone's wife, I am very careful not to let that be my identity. I shared with y'all already that I was engaged at an early age, and the way that that engagement ended was very difficult for me. And I remember keeping the engagement ring. How long did I keep the ring after we broke up? It was some years. It was maybe like 3 years, I think I kept the ring, because he didn't ask for it, or he didn't want it back. I tried to give it back to him. And I remember when I finally went to go sell the ring, shout out to my mom who went with me to sell the ring because I wanted to close that chapter. I cried. I was devastated. And after getting into therapy and unraveling that, I realized that I was so devastated because I put all of my worth and my identity into that ring. I started telling myself this narrative: what if nobody else ever saw me as worthy, valuable, as worthy enough or valuable enough to want to give me a ring, to want to commit to me, even though the person that gave it to me was not God's best for me. I put so much of who I was into that ring that I felt like I was never going to find anybody again. And I don't know, I mean, I was 20, y'all. You know, we feel like the whole world is about to end in your 20s. But I have learned now that my worth and my identity is in Christ. I am the daughter of a king, period, okay? And because of that, what God has for me in this season, if it's singleness, if it's marriage, if it's relationship, I'm still worthy. I'm worthy as a single woman. I will be worthy as a wife. I will be worthy as a girlfriend. So I've learned to pivot and define my value by my vertical relationship with God instead of horizontal relationships with people. Are y'all still with me? All right, we're almost done. All right, so I'm gonna answer a couple more. If y'all like these Q&A style videos, let me know, because I will definitely do these more often. Did y'all check out my background though? Okay, your girl tried to give y'all a little something for the celebration video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. What are some qualities and core values you are looking for in a single brother in Christ? That's a good question. So I will preface this to say, though I'm about to share with you all things that I look for, I do submit these to Christ so that I can make sure that this is not just what I want, that this is actually in alignment with God. I think a lot of times people have these lists that they want to do, like a check the box, but have you submitted your list to Christ? Okay, so that's the first thing. But I actually do have my list in my phone. This is a list that I've just made over the years. Once you get out of bad relationship decisions, you learn, you know what? I want a man that does this. I want a man that does this. So, where is, Oh, here we go. So, godly man. I want a man who has a relationship to Christ. I believe, this is my belief, that a man who is submitted to Christ in his singleness is a man that can lead me. If I have to submit to you, I need to know that you are submitted to some other authority, that authority being Jesus Christ, right? So I need to be able to see the presence of God in his life, because I'm dating with the intention of marriage, and I can't trust you to lead me if I don't know who you're following. So that's one of the most important things for me. A man who is honest, who's integral, right? A man who is patient, a man who is kind. Pretty much, okay, First Corinthians, okay? Love is patient, love is kind, all of those things, okay? And then also, a man who's a good communicator. And when I say good communicator, I just mean that a man who is soft and gentle in his communication. I do not expect us to never have disagreements or things that we have to traverse, but I have been in situations where men have cussed me out, and that's not how I communicate, y'all. So communication is key. Yeah, I don't want to give everything, but those are some of my big things that I am looking for. All right, back to the questions. Did y'all know I was in gospel choir? I bet y'all didn't know that. I was in gospel choir in college. Fun fact. This question kind of came in last minute, and maybe this will be the last question because I do realize that this video is getting a little bit long. She says, hey, good afternoon. I have a question. I definitely want to travel more. So what are some of your best tips to have a great experience but on a budget? Girl, sis, Rachel, you are speaking my love language because I love to travel. Oh my gosh, I love to travel, and I love to plan. I am the planner in my friend circle, so usually if we're taking trips and it's not someone's birthday trip, I'm the one that planned it. So some tips that I have is to, it's funny because I actually want to do a video on how to plan an epic girls trip. Y'all let me know in the comments section below if y'all want to see a video on how to plan a trip. The first thing I would say is plan early. So I typically try to plan trips at least 6 months in advance. I feel like this gives you the best opportunity to search for hotels or Airbnbs, to search for flights, to compare prices, to get the best of the best before prices increase, right? So that's one of the things. Another thing is to avoid traveling during peak seasons because costs are a lot cheaper, you know, during those times. So like, if you're trying to go to Jamaica right now, it's probably going to be a little bit more expensive, right? Because this is a peak season. Everybody want to be in the beach in the summertime. But we went to Jamaica in October, which is off season. It's also hurricane season, so make sure you check the weather. And prices were more affordable. Oh, you could sign up for like flight deals. If you have a flexible schedule, you can sign up for flight deals, because I went to Paris in Italy and I paid $400 for a round trip flight by just getting an alert that there was a flight deal for like a random time period, and you can only go during that time period, but I have a flexible schedule, so I was able to do that. Choose the people on your trip wisely, okay? I have gone on some trips with some people, y'all. Make sure you find people who are compatible with what you do. If you like to get up at the crack of dawn, find people that like to get up at the crack of dawn. If you want to go out to the club, find people that like to go out to the club. That's not me, sis, so don't invite me on your trip because I don't want to go to the club. If you are a big excursion person, find people that want to do that. If you are a person who has to stick to a schedule, find people who want to do that. Get some people that are aligned with you. That will help to make an overall great experience. I'm going to let that be our last question for the day because I do think that I've answered these questions. I'm a little long-winded. So if you have stuck with me to this part of the video, then I just wanted to share with you all some exciting things to come with my channel and my page. So the first thing is I am sending out newsletters each month. Maybe twice a month I'll be sending out newsletters, and y'all, my newsletters, I'm going to insert a clip. My newsletters are giving, okay? And in those newsletters, you will find, you know, advice, you will find more inspiration, as well as some freebies for you all. But you must be signed up for my listserv, so I will try to make sure I include a link below so you can directly sign up for that. Along with that, I am bringing back Ask Lady V. If you all have singleness, dating, or relationship questions that you need advice on, y'all let me know. Send me an email because I want to start incorporating that in the newsletters or maybe even videos. I haven't decided which format I want to use, but y'all, this channel over here at Only Lady V, this is a safe space for us all. This is not just for me, but this is for you just as much as it is for me. And so I want to make sure that I'm providing value to what is impacting all of you. So along those same lines, if you ever have a topic that you want me to cover and address on this channel, you can always leave it in the comment section of any of my videos. Send me a DM on Instagram, email me, whatever it is. I want this to be a safe space for us all, for our sisterhood. And then another thing that I'm going to be doing is I am working on a few digital products for you all. I know someone asked me to, like I said, share those affirmations. I also want to create a future husband digital product where I share with you all prayers, things that you can pray for over your future husband, give you an actual prayer to pray, scripture, like it's gonna be good. If y'all know me, y'all know I'm a perfectionist, so everything I do, I like to do it well. So those are just a few things that are in store, that are coming up, and I hope you all are excited about that. I hope you all enjoyed this video. This video was actually so much fun for me to make, to set up, to record. Oh, let's revisit. Wait. So if y'all watch my New Year, what was it, God, Goals, and Glam video, y'all know that I had a vision board. Oh, look. And I still got my vision board. And I think the growing my YouTube channel was on my vision board. So this is a full circle moment of write the vision and make it plain. And so I just had to acknowledge that. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video, y'all. That is literally all that I have for this week, and I will see you next week. Bye. I had so much fun recording that video. I hope y'all enjoyed it.